When you see those images at ground level in Beirut, how do you feel?
It's shocking. It's really shocking, and the civilian toll is just unbearable. It's more than 1 million displaced in the country. Some are even fleeing to Syria. Imagine Syria has become a safe place compared to Lebanon. And soon we've already started, but we'll face an increasing humanitarian crisis. And meanwhile, airstrikes continue throughout the country, and now ground invasion. So it doesn't look good.
What can the Lebanese government do about Hezbollah?
Well, we've said at the beginning that if their real concerns is about these rockets fired at the border, which started on October the 8th just as low-intensity skirmishes aiming without justifying, but they thought that they were trying to stop them from committing the crimes that they ended up committing in Gaza. That's Hezbollah's rationale. It's not that we support it. Many in Lebanon do not, including the Lebanese government, who said that the only way to address these grievances is through this framework that we have called Resolution 1701, which worked well from 2006 up until October the 8th, 2023. And it includes all the ingredients, including security, cross-border security. We have a UN peacekeeping force. So we said this is the right forum.
Pretty effective, though, isn't it?
No, it worked well. For 17 years, no single incident was reported at the border. And Hezbollah held back very, very well from 2006 up until 2023 when it started in Gaza.
They're quite clearly not the other side of the Litani River, though, are they? Otherwise, they wouldn't be able to lob the missiles that they do that has caused tens of thousands of Israelis to be displaced, the Israeli government would say.
Yes, that's why we should put all these elements on the table and try to find a solution, a sustainable solution, which would make sure that all the concerns are addressed. We also have our concerns. The Israel has been occupying part of the border enclaves, so we also have Israelis have been overflying our airspace for more than 35,000 times since 2006. So we also have concerns that we need to address. So it's very important to go back to a diplomatic path. And today it's not Israel against Lebanon, it's Israel against the whole international community. More than 15 nations, including the UK, US, and others, are calling for a ceasefire in Lebanon and for seeking a diplomatic solution, except that Israel is continuously moving its goalposts. They have delusional war aims. They think they can change the strategic paradigm in the region. And that's total madness. I mean, they're pushing the region to the brink of already in the abyss. We need to de-escalate. We need to look for a diplomatic solution. And that's what the Lebanese government has been saying since the early beginning. And that's what the UK, the Prime Minister, has just reiterated that yesterday, Prime Minister Starmer. That's what the US is saying. I mean, Israel's closest allies are calling it for seeking a diplomatic solution in Lebanon because the war aims that they defined are just delusional. There is no way that through these stunt or tactical successes that they think they are achieving, there is no way that they could settle the battle. It will be very painful for us, of course, but also painful for them, and also painful for regional security and stability. The region is volatile enough to allow this pattern of behavior.
The Israeli government would say, I'm sure, in response to that, they are trying to protect their people against Iran and its proxies who are sworn to wipe them off the map.
Well, security cannot be achieved except through mutual security. if you don't grant your neighbors security, there is no way they can grant you security. That's why we said we have a framework called Resolution 1701. We have a UN peacekeeping force. This framework had worked well for more than 15 years. So there is no reason why it wouldn't work again, except that we have a warmongering Israeli government. They're trying to divert attention from the quagmire they're facing in Gaza through continuously shifting their goalposts. Now they are even talking about regime change in Iran. This is total madness. I mean, Iranians speak for themselves, but what matters for us is regional security. We want a de-escalation path that would address all concerns.
A retaliatory strike by Israel, which has been promised by Benjamin Netanyahu against Iran, what impact will that have on your country?
Well, definitely it would escalate in the region. This is a tit for tat that is totally destabilizing. I think the solution is once and for all to curb this trend and to go back to diplomacy and de-escalation, starting with a ceasefire in Lebanon, a ceasefire in Gaza, and then look for a way to address the chronic problems in the region. Netanyahu, he showed a map in the United Nations General Assembly of the Middle East that does not include a Palestinian state, and I think that's the epicenter. Israel is trying to divert attention from the fact that it's denying Palestinian statehood. It's just shifting its goalposts continuously and putting the whole region on the brink of abyss and of war.
Diplomatically, who can help?
Well, I think there is a need for a very assertive and firm position from the international community, US, UK, and others, to hold everyone to order and to offer the alternative diplomatic path that exists. This is really an unnecessary war, except for serving the future of hotheads in Israel and the coalition, whether Netanyahu or his ministers. They're trying just to divert attention. Where are the hostages? Where are the 60,000 that they claim they want to bring back to northern Israel? Is this a way that would bring them back? So I think diplomacy should prevail and wisdom should prevail.
Mr. Ambassador, I'm just hearing as we're speaking that the British government has chartered more flights to get more Brits out of Lebanon. What support will the Lebanese government offer to try to make sure that that happens?
We'll definitely offer all the support needed. The UK is a friendly government, and we want to make sure that British citizens in Lebanon are safe. So our authorities are deploying all the necessary assistance in this evacuation.
A difficult time for your people, Mr. Ambassador. Thank you for taking the time. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.